Hello, fellow travelers of Middle-earth. Today, we embark on a journey into one of the greatest mysteries crafted by J.R.R. Tolkien, the enigmatic and timeless figure of Tom Bombadil. Whether you first met him in the pages of the Fellowship of the Ring, wondered about his purpose in the Silmarillion, or debated his nature with friends, Tom remains a character unlike any other in Tolkien's legendarium. Who or what is Tom Bombadil? A question that has puzzled fans for decades. Tolkien himself described Tom as a deliberate enigma, a character meant to evoke wonder and speculation. But that doesn't mean we don't have clues, theories, and insights to explore. From his immunity to the One Ring to his cryptic dialogue, there's much to uncover about this strange and joyful being. In this video, we'll delve into the theory surrounding Tom Bombadil, weaving together evidence from The Lord of the Rings, the Silmarillion, and even Tolkien's letters. But instead of trying to solve the mystery entirely, let's celebrate what makes Tom so fascinating and unique. A puzzle piece that doesn't quite fit, yet somehow completes the picture of Middle-earth. Let's start with what we know for sure from the books. Tolkien gives us tantalizing hints about Tom's identity, yet he never lays out a clear answer. And that, my friends, is where the magic lies. Ready to dive in? Let's begin with the foundations of who Tom Bombadil is. Tom Bombadil first appears in the Fellowship of the Ring as an odd yet powerful figure who rescues Frodo and his companions from Old Man Willow in the Old Forest. Described as a merry fellow with a love for singing and an aura of ancient wisdom, he immediately sets himself apart from any other character. Frodo and his friends, weary and lost, are both puzzled and comforted by his presence. But who is he, truly? One theory suggests that Tom is none other than Eru Ilúvatar, the supreme creator of Middle-earth. This idea stems from his apparent immortality and his cryptic statement, "Eldest, that's what I am." Fans have drawn parallels between Goldberry's response, "He is," and the biblical phrase, "I am," used by God. However, Tolkien himself debunked this in his letters, making it clear that Eru does not manifest directly in Middle-earth. Another popular theory is that Tom is a Vala, one of the powerful Ainur who descended into Arda to shape the world. Some suggest he might be Aule the smith or Orome the huntsman. But here's the catch. All the Valar are accounted for in Tolkien's writings, and their personalities don't align with Tom's carefree and joyful demeanor. Additionally, the Valar are bound to their specific domains, whereas Tom seems uniquely untethered. Perhaps Tom is a Maya, a lesser Ainur like Gandalf or Sauron. This theory has merit, since the Maiar are numerous and many are unnamed in Tolkien's works. But again, the theory falters when we consider Tom's immunity to the One Ring. Even Gandalf, a Maya, feared its corrupting influence. Yet Tom treats it as a mere trinket. He places it on his finger without disappearing, and even plays with it, showing no interest in its power. The most intriguing theory: Tom Bombadil might be the embodiment of the music of the Ainur, the very force that created the universe. This explains his timeless nature, his deep connection to the land, and his power to confront and correct corrupted elements like Old Man Willow. If Tom represents the music itself, his existence predates the Valar and Maiar, making him truly Eldest. But in the end, Tolkien himself offers a simpler explanation. Tom Bombadil is just Tom Bombadil, a unique being, perhaps created by Eru as a symbol of joy and freedom, untethered by the great struggles of Middle-earth. He is a reminder of the world's beauty, a force outside of power and conflict. And maybe that's all we need to know. Tom's mysterious nature isn't just about his identity. It's also about his role in the story. In the Fellowship of the Ring, he provides a moment of respite for Frodo and the hobbits, offering them food, shelter, and songs. Yet even in these simple acts, Tom reveals his otherworldly essence. His home feels timeless, untouched by the growing shadow in Middle-earth, as if it exists outside the world's turmoil. How could such a place and person remain unaffected? One of the most memorable scenes is when Tom interacts with the One Ring. As Frodo reluctantly hands it over, something astonishing happens. Tom laughs, examines the ring, and casually places it on his finger without disappearing. This single act shakes everything we think we know about the ring's power. Not even Sauron's creation can bind or corrupt him. Gandalf later confirms this when he says the ring has no power over Tom. Yet Tom's lack of interest in the ring is equally striking. He returns it without hesitation, treating it as no more than a shiny trinket. Tolkien, through the Council of Elrond, even explores the idea of giving the ring to Tom for safekeeping. But this suggestion is quickly dismissed. As wise as Tom is, he wouldn't see the ring's danger the same way others do. Elrond notes that while Tom might remain unharmed, he wouldn't defend the ring if Sauron sought it. His detachment from worldly struggles makes him unsuitable for such a monumental task. Another intriguing aspect of Tom's character is his relationship with Goldberry, the river daughter. She is described as beautiful and serene, deeply connected to nature like Tom. Their bond feels like a union of earth and water, a harmony that echoes Tolkien's themes of creation and stewardship. Yet Goldberry's presence only deepens the mystery. If she is tied to the rivers, what does that make Tom? Her protector, her equal, or something else entirely? Tom's detachment from the ring and the larger struggles of Middle-earth doesn't diminish his power. In fact, it might amplify it. He saves Frodo and his friends not through might, but through knowledge, songs, and sheer will. This power is evident in his command over Old Man Willow and the Barrow-wights, both corrupted entities. Tom's mastery over his realm seems absolute, but only within its boundaries. In the end, Tom Bombadil's identity may not have a single answer. He is ancient, yet ageless, powerful, yet disinterested in power, and deeply tied to Middle-earth while remaining apart from its grand conflicts. Tolkien's intent may have been to remind us of the beauty of mystery. Not every question needs an answer, and not every character needs a purpose beyond existing as they are. Tom Bombadil simply is, and that might be his greatest magic. Tom Bombadil's agelessness is one of the most captivating mysteries in Tolkien's works. When questioned about his identity, he offers a cryptic reply. "Eldest, that's what I am." He speaks of a time before rivers flowed and trees took root, stating he remembers the first raindrop and the first acorn. This places him beyond the mortal and even immortal timelines of Middle-earth, suggesting his existence predates the shaping of Arda itself. Such claims carry profound implications. If Tom existed before the rivers and forests, it implies he may have been present during the very creation of the world. In the Silmarillion, we learn that the Valar shaped Middle-earth, yet Tom's presence seems to precede even their arrival. Could he have been part of Eru's vision, brought into being alongside the music of the Ainur? His title, Eldest, aligns with this notion, marking him as a being outside conventional understanding. Tom's extraordinary lifespan is evident in the wisdom he shares through his songs and stories. He recalls ancient times with clarity, speaking of eras before the rise of Numenor or the terror of the Barrow-wights. Unlike the histories recorded by elves or men, Tom's memory feels personal and unbroken, as though he has lived through every moment he recounts. Yet he presents these recollections with an air of simplicity, as if time holds little significance to him. What sets Tom apart is not just his age, but his indifference to the passage of time. While beings like Galadriel and Elrond carry the weight of millennia, burdened by the choices and conflicts of the past, Tom seems entirely at ease. His existence is untroubled, free from the ambitions and fears that drive others. This detachment suggests a being who exists beyond the cycles of power and strife that define Middle-earth's history. Even Middle-earth's most ancient figures acknowledge Tom's unique status. In the Council of Elrond, Gandalf and Elrond both affirm his unparalleled longevity. They describe him as a figure who has witnessed countless ages pass, yet remains untouched by their struggles. This recognition sets him apart even from the immortal races, reinforcing the idea that he is a constant, timeless presence. Ultimately, Tom's description of himself as Eldest reflects more than his age. It embodies his essence. He lives in harmony with the natural world, unburdened by the complexities of power and politics. His enduring presence and unchanging nature make him one of the most enigmatic figures in Tolkien's mythology, a reminder of the timeless beauty and mystery of Middle-earth. Tom's timeless existence also manifests in the way he interacts with the world around him. His home, nestled in the old forest, feels like a place untouched by time, a sanctuary where the shadows of Sauron's influence cannot reach. When Frodo and his companions arrive, they experience not just safety, but a sense of peace and wonder that contrasts sharply with the dangers outside. Tom's domain, though small, seems to exist on a different plane from the rest of Middle-earth. His age is further emphasized by his mastery over elements others fear. Old Man Willow, a sinister and ancient tree, bends to Tom's will through the power of song. The Barrow-wights, malevolent spirits tied to a much later age of Middle-earth, are banished with ease. These encounters reveal that Tom's authority over his realm is not tied to strength or violence, but an intrinsic connection to its very essence, a bond that feels eternal. Yet Tom's disinterest in the wider conflicts of Middle-earth is striking. While elves, men, and even wizards are drawn into the war against Sauron, Tom remains an observer. He acknowledges the ring's existence, but refuses to engage with its power or the struggle it represents. This indifference might stem from his age. Having witnessed the rise and fall of countless kingdoms, Tom seems to understand the cyclical nature of such events. This perspective offers a fascinating contrast to other characters. Elrond, who has lived through multiple ages, views the current conflict as a continuation of ancient struggles. Galadriel, with her deep wisdom, carries the burden of unfulfilled hopes for Middle-earth. Tom, however, seems free from these concerns. His focus is on the present moment, singing and tending to his land, as though the passage of time holds no sway over him. Tolkien's writings suggest that Tom's age and detachment make him both powerful and vulnerable. While he could endure beyond Sauron's rise, the Council of Elrond acknowledges that he would eventually fall if left to face the Dark Lord alone. This duality, unshakable within his own sphere, yet powerless beyond it, adds to his mystery and reinforces his role as a character outside the usual framework of power and conflict. Tom Bombadil's agelessness invites us to think about time and its meaning in Middle-earth. He represents an existence untouched by greed or ambition, a being who simply is. This timeless quality makes him one of the most intriguing figures in Tolkien's world, offering a perspective that stands apart from the urgency and desperation driving the other characters. One of the most intriguing aspects of Tom Bombadil's identity lies in the many names he is known by across Middle-earth. Each name reflects a fragment of his nature, offering insights into his ancient and multifaceted character. While the hobbits of Buckland call him Tom Bombadil, this is but one of the titles he carries. Tolkien's careful selection of names hints at Tom's deep roots in the world and his enigmatic presence across cultures. The elves and the Dunedain refer to him as Iarwain Ben-adar, a Sindarin name meaning oldest and fatherless. This title captures Tom's eternal nature, emphasizing that he has no origin or kin, a unique trait in Middle-earth where even the Valar and Maiar have their lineage. The phrase old young, derived from the literal meaning of Iarwain, also encapsulates his paradoxical nature, ancient in existence, yet youthful in spirit. Among the Rohirrim, Tom is called Orald, a name rooted in the language of Rohan meaning very ancient. This reflects the perspective of men who perceive him as a being tied to the early days of the world. For the dwarves, he is Forn, an Old Norse word meaning belonging to ancient days. These names, though for vastly different cultures, all converge on the same theme: Tom's unparalleled age and timeless presence. The consistent focus on Tom's antiquity across these names raises questions about his role in the early days of Middle-earth. While other beings like elves and dwarves are tied to specific events or creations, Tom seems to exist independently, as if he is a part of the world's fabric itself. This unique status is further reinforced by his immunity to the One Ring and his detachment from the conflicts of the Third Age. Even his seemingly simple name, Tom Bombadil, carries its own mystery. Tolkien writes that the name given by the Bucklanders is untranslatable. This adds to the sense that Tom transcends cultural and linguistic boundaries, existing as a universal figure whose essence cannot be fully captured by any one language or tradition. Ultimately, Tom's names are more than mere labels. They are windows into how different peoples perceive him. While his true identity remains elusive, these titles collectively paint a picture of a being who is deeply connected to the history and essence of Middle-earth, yet stands apart from its struggles and power dynamics. The diversity of names attributed to Tom Bombadil highlights his enigmatic role within Middle-earth's mythology. Each culture that interacts with him perceives him in a way that aligns with their understanding of the world. This cultural lens not only reflects Tom's vast reach across time and space, but also reinforces his unique position as a figure who defies conventional classification. The Elvish name Iarwain Ben-adar is particularly striking because of its implication of being fatherless. In Tolkien's universe, lineage and ancestry are paramount. From the Valar to the Elves, from the Dunedain to the Hobbits, identity is deeply tied to heritage. To call someone fatherless is to place them outside these conventions entirely. It suggests that Tom is self-existent, uncreated in the same sense as other beings, which aligns with his cryptic proclamation of being Eldest. Similarly, the dwarvish name Forn evokes a sense of primal connection to the ancient days of the world. The dwarves, who take immense pride in their ties to Aule and their long histories, seem to regard Tom as a being whose age surpasses even their deepest traditions. This respect from a race known for its guarded interactions with outsiders adds further weight to Tom's timeless nature. Tom's Buckland name, while untranslatable, carries its own charm and sense of familiarity. To the hobbits who live simple, grounded lives, Tom Bombadil is a figure of comfort and wonder. His jovial demeanor and playful songs make him approachable, even though his true essence remains unknowable. This dynamic underscores one of Tolkien's recurring themes, that profound mystery can coexist with simple joy and kindness. Goldberry's acknowledgement of Tom's identity is equally thought-provoking. When Frodo asks who Tom is, Goldberry responds with a simple yet profound statement. He is. This phrase parallels religious language, particularly the biblical reference to I am, used to signify divine self-existence. Though Tolkien refuted direct allegory, the phrasing invites readers to consider Tom as a being that simply exists beyond explanation. Ultimately, Tom's many names remind us that Middle-earth is not a singular perspective, but a tapestry of cultures, each bringing its own understanding to the mysteries of the world. The varying titles and interpretations of Tom reflect the diversity of those who encounter him, enriching the layers of Tolkien's creation and deepening the enigma of who or what Tom Bombadil truly is. Tom Bombadil's interaction with the One Ring is one of the most baffling moments in Tolkien's legendarium. While every other character, from elves to wizards, fears or covets the ring's power, Tom is entirely unaffected by it. When Frodo shows him the ring, Tom examines it with casual curiosity, places it on his finger without disappearing, and even makes it vanish momentarily, all while maintaining his light-hearted demeanor. This scene highlights an unprecedented immunity to the ring's corrupting influence. The ring's inability to affect Tom raises questions about his nature. Gandalf, Galadriel, and even Sauron himself are not immune to its power. The ring represents their deepest desires and ambitions. For Gandalf, it is the temptation to rule wisely, but tyrannically. For Galadriel, it is the allure of a dominion greater than any elf could achieve. Yet for Tom, the ring is little more than a trinket. This stark contrast separates him from every other being in Middle-earth. This immunity leads to an intriguing discussion during the Council of Elrond. Elrond and Gandalf acknowledge that while Tom could keep the ring without succumbing to its power, he would ultimately fail to protect it from Sauron. Tom's detachment from worldly concerns means he wouldn't recognize the importance of safeguarding the ring. nor would he rally to defend it if challenged. This detachment, while a strength in some ways, limits his role in the larger conflict. Tom's lack of interest in the ring also reflects his unique perspective on power. In Middle-earth, power is often tied to ambition, whether it's Sauron's desire to dominate, Saruman's lust for control, or even Frodo's struggle to resist the ring's pull. Tom, by contrast, has no ambition. He exists entirely outside the framework of power and conflict, making him immune to the ring's temptations. This perspective further reinforces the idea that Tom represents something primordial and unworldly. Tolkien's portrayal of Tom and the ring invites readers to question the nature of the ring's power. Does its influence rely on the desires of those who possess it? If so, Tom's immunity may stem from his complete lack of desire for control or influence. He simply doesn't engage with the ring's purpose, rendering it powerless in his hands. This idea aligns with his broader detachment from the struggles of Middle-earth. Ultimately, Tom's interaction with the ring serves as a reminder of his unique place in Tolkien's world. He is neither hero nor villain, neither ally nor enemy. Instead, he is a figure who transcends the mortal and immortal struggles that define Middle-earth. His immunity to the ring is not just a testament to his power, but also to his profound indifference to the forces that drive the story's central conflict. The immunity Tom Bombadil demonstrates toward the One Ring doesn't just make him unique, it fundamentally challenges our understanding of the ring's power. Frodo, after witnessing Tom's casual handling of it, feels compelled to test whether the ring is still the same. He puts it on and vanishes, confirming that the ring retains its ability to make its wearer invisible. Yet even in Frodo's invisibility, Tom can see him, laughing and calling him back into visibility. This moment underlines Tom's complete mastery over the ring's effects. Tom's disinterest in the ring raises a key question. Is the ring's power rooted entirely in the desires of its bearer? For Frodo, it becomes a heavy burden. For Boromir, it represents the chance to save Gondor. For Sauron, it is his ultimate tool of domination. But for Tom, who desires nothing and seeks no control, the ring has no hold. This idea suggests that its corrupting influence relies on ambition, something entirely absent in Tom. Elrond, during the council, acknowledges this when dismissing the idea of leaving the ring with Tom. Though the ring has no sway over him, Tom would likely treat it as insignificant, leaving it vulnerable to discovery. He would not understand the need, Elrond states, emphasizing Tom's detachment from the stakes of Middle-earth's ongoing war. This moment underscores the duality of Tom's nature, his immense power within his realm, but lack of engagement beyond it. The Council's deliberation about Tom also reveals another layer to his character. While his immunity to the ring's influence might make him seem above the struggles of Middle-earth, it also isolates him. His disinterest in the ring reflects his broader detachment from the world's conflicts. He exists on the periphery, not because he is powerless, but because he operates on a plane that doesn't align with the ambitions and fears driving others. Tolkien may have used Tom's immunity to highlight the deeper themes of the story. The ring's power is fundamentally about corruption. It amplifies the worst qualities of those who possess it. Tom, free from ambition and entirely at peace, embodies an existence that the ring cannot touch. His relationship with the ring serves as a foil to the rest of Middle-earth, where power and corruption are inescapable forces. Ultimately, Tom Bombadil's interaction with the ring cements his role as one of the greatest mysteries in Tolkien's works. He is a character who exists outside the moral and narrative framework of the story, untouched by its central conflict, yet deeply significant to its themes. His immunity to the ring isn't just a testament to his power. It's a reflection of the kind of being who can thrive beyond reach of ambition and desire. Tom Bombadil's relationships within Middle-earth, though limited in number, are filled with nuance and depth. His most prominent connection is with Goldberry, the enigmatic river daughter. Described as fair as a lily, Goldberry is a being of natural beauty and grace, who seems to complement Tom's vibrant and whimsical nature. Their bond is one of mutual respect and harmony, reflecting an idyllic partnership rooted in simplicity and joy. Goldberry's presence adds another layer to Tom's mystery. When Frodo asks her who Tom is, her response, "He is both simple and profound, echoing themes of existence and identity. Goldberry herself is tied to the natural world, specifically to water, which reinforces the idea that she and Tom represent elemental forces in Middle-earth. While Goldberry's origins remain unclear, her role as Tom's companion suggests a deep, almost cosmic unity between them. Outside his relationship with Goldberry, Tom's interactions with other beings reveal his unique perspective on Middle-earth. He is friendly with Farmer Maggot, a hobbit known for his earthy wisdom and courage. Tom's respect for Maggot, calling him a person of importance, hints at his ability to see value in individuals overlooked by others. This reinforces Tolkien's recurring theme that greatness is often found in the unassuming. Tom's intervention in the Old Forest demonstrates his mastery over his realm and his willingness to help others. When Frodo and his friends are trapped by Old Man Willow, Tom arrives singing, effortlessly freeing them from the tree's grasp. This moment not only showcases his power, but also his playful, almost theatrical approach to problem-solving. His song isn't just a tool, it's an extension of his being, a reflection of his joyful and harmonious nature. Later, Tom rescues the hobbits again, this time from the Barrow-wights. These malevolent spirits, remnants of a darker age, are banished by Tom's commanding song. "Get out, you old wight," he sings, exuding an authority that even the undead cannot defy. Unlike Gandalf or Aragorn, who confront evil with force and strategy, Tom wields his power through music and words, emphasizing his unique role in Tolkien's world. Through these actions, Tom Bombadil emerges as a figure of profound kindness and generosity. He doesn't involve himself in Middle-earth's larger conflicts, yet he steps in when his help is needed. His relationships and deeds highlight his connection to the natural world and his commitment to living in harmony with it. Tom's actions may seem small compared to the epic battles waged elsewhere, but they resonate deeply, reminding us of the value of compassion and the power of simplicity. Tom Bombadil's relationships extend beyond his immediate sphere, subtly connecting him to the broader world of Middle-earth. While he rarely ventures outside his domain, his knowledge and influence suggest that he keeps an ear to the ground. For instance, Tom is aware of Frodo's flight from the Shire before the hobbits arrive at his home. This information, relayed through Gildor and the elves, hints at a network of communication that reaches even the Old Forest, Despite his apparent detachment from worldly affairs, Tom's aid to the hobbits is pivotal. After rescuing them from Old Man Willow, he offers them hospitality in his home. The time spent with Tom and Goldberry is one of rest and renewal, a brief reprieve from the growing danger of their quest. Tom's songs, stories, and riddles seem to rejuvenate the hobbits, equipping them mentally and emotionally for the challenges ahead. His presence is a reminder of what they're fighting to preserve, a world of peace and beauty. Tom's role as a protector of his realm becomes even more evident when he confronts the Barrow-wights. These spirits, steeped in malice and bound to the burial mounds of an ancient age, pose a deadly threat to Frodo and his companions. Yet Tom dispels them with ease, his song banishing their darkness. "Come, friend Frodo," he calls, breaking the wights' hold over the hobbits. This act not only saves their lives, but also restores their courage, allowing them to continue their journey. Through these moments, Tom demonstrates a profound respect for life and a willingness to aid those in need. However, his actions are always confined to his own boundaries. He doesn't chase the Barrow-wights into other lands, nor does he venture beyond the Old Forest to fight Sauron's forces. This self-imposed limitation speaks to Tom's understanding of his role. He is the master of his own domain, not a soldier in the wider war. Tom's interactions with the hobbits also showcase his light-hearted nature. He playfully teases and challenges them, yet his kindness is evident in every gesture. When he gives Frodo the ancient daggers from the Barrow, it's not just a gift, it's a symbol of trust and support. These blades, tied to a history long forgotten, become crucial tools in the battle against evil, reinforcing the idea that Tom's small interventions can have far-reaching consequences. Ultimately, Tom's relationships and actions emphasize his role as a guardian of the natural order. He protects his realm, aids travelers in need, and embodies the values of simplicity, kindness, and joy. While he may not take part in the grand battles of Middle-earth, his presence serves as a reminder of the quieter, yet equally important forces that sustain the world. Tom Bombadil's power is one of the most intriguing aspects of his character. His mastery over the Old Forest, his immunity to the One Ring, and his ability to banish threats like Old Man Willow and the Barrow-wights raise profound questions about his nature. Unlike other powerful beings in Middle-earth, Tom's strength isn't derived from weapons, magic, or alliances. It seems intrinsic, a part of who he is. One popular theory is that Tom's power stems from his deep connection to the natural world. He describes himself as master of his domain, a title he explains is not one of ownership, but stewardship. The trees and the grasses and all things growing or living in the land belong each to themselves, he says. But Tom Bombadil is the master. This suggests that his power lies in harmony rather than domination, a theme that aligns with Tolkien's reverence for nature. Another theory is that Tom represents the music of the Ainur made manifest. According to the Silmarillion, the Ainur's music was the foundation of creation, with Eru Ilúvatar shaping their song into the world of Arda. If Tom is an embodiment of this music, it would explain his timelessness and his ability to influence the natural and supernatural elements of Middle-earth. His constant singing and lyrical speech lend weight to this idea, suggesting that his power is tied to the very essence of creation. Tom's immunity to the One Ring is another focal point for speculation. While many theories link his immunity to his lack of ambition, the idea that he exists outside the ring's influence is also worth considering. The ring was crafted to control and corrupt, yet Tom's being seems incompatible with these concepts. Whether this is because of his primordial nature or his disinterest in power, it sets him apart from all other characters in Tolkien's world. His ability to banish corrupted entities like Old Man Willow and the Barrow-wights further highlights the unique nature of his power. These are forces born of malice and ancient decay, tied to Middle-earth's darker history. Yet Tom confronts them not with violence, but with songs and commands. His voice carries an authority that seems rooted in the world's original harmony, a counterbalance to the discord sown by Morgoth and his followers. Finally, some speculate that Tom's power lies in his detachment from the struggles of Middle-earth. By existing outside the cycles of ambition and conflict, he remains untainted by the forces that corrupt others. This detachment doesn't make him indifferent. It allows him to act freely within his realm, unbound by fear or desire. In this sense, Tom represents an ideal of balance, a being who thrives in harmony with the world rather than attempting to control it. The theory that Tom represents the embodiment of the music of the Ainur offers fascinating explanations for his abilities. If he is tied to the primordial harmony that created Arda, it would explain why he can influence the natural and supernatural alike. His songs, which are central to his interactions, could be echoes of the original music, correcting the corruption introduced by Melkor. This idea gains traction when considering his effortless banishment of the Barrow-wights and his mastery over Old Man Willow, beings tied to Melkor's discord. However, if Tom is tied to the music, why doesn't he take a more active role in opposing Sauron? The theory suggests that Tom understands his limits. While he can counter smaller disruptions within his realm, the forces of Melkor and Sauron operate on a scale beyond his influence. This restraint might stem from his awareness of the cyclical nature of Middle-earth's struggles, knowing that all things ultimately serve Eru Ilúvatar's greater plan. Another theory links Tom's power to his claim of being Eldest. If he predates the arrival of the Valar and the shaping of Middle-earth, he could be a being created directly by Eru, existing as an integral part of the world itself. This would explain his immunity to the One Ring and his detachment from power struggles. Unlike the Valar or Maiar, who have specific roles and ambitions, Tom exists simply to be, a presence of peace and stability amidst chaos. His relationship with Goldberry also sheds light on his abilities. Goldberry, the river daughter, seems to embody the life and movement of water. Together, they reflect a union of earth and water, two foundational elements of Middle-earth. This connection to nature could amplify Tom's power, rooting it in the land and making it unshakable within his boundaries. Their harmonious partnership underscores Tolkien's theme of balance and stewardship over domination. The Council of Elrond's acknowledgement of Tom's power further emphasizes its unique nature. Gandalf and Elrond agree that Tom could withstand Sauron's influence longer than anyone else. However, they also recognize that he lacks the inclination to actively resist evil. This duality, immense power but limited scope, sets Tom apart from other characters. His strength lies not in ambition or conquest, but in his unwavering connection to his domain. In the end, Tom's power remains as enigmatic as his identity. Whether he is tied to the music of the Ainur, the land itself, or something entirely unknown, his abilities defy conventional understanding. What is clear, however, is that his power isn't about dominance or control. It's about harmony, preservation, and a deep understanding of the world around him. Tom Bombadil's strength lies in his refusal to conform to the expectations of Middle-earth, making him a character of unmatched mystery and wonder. The enigmatic figure, known as the River Daughter, adds a layer of mystique to Tom Bombadil's world. Her connection to the natural elements is evident from her first appearance, described as radiant and graceful, embodying the essence of flowing water. While her origins remain vague, the association with the Withywindle suggests a profound bond with the ancient rivers of Middle-earth. Her relationship with the Master of the Old Forest is one of harmony and balance. While he is lively and whimsical, she exudes calm and tranquility, creating a perfect complement. Their partnership feels timeless, rooted in mutual respect and understanding rather than power or authority, echoing Tolkien's themes of stewardship over the natural world. When asked about her companion, she provides a simple yet profound answer: he is. This response, while cryptic, reflects the deep connection and understanding. It aligns with her own mysterious nature, suggesting that the two share an existence beyond the need for detailed explanation. Together, they embody an elemental unity, one tied to the land and its cycles. Her actions within their home demonstrate her nurturing qualities. She welcomes the weary hobbits with warmth and hospitality, offering them food, rest, and a brief escape from the perils of their journey. Yet even in these seemingly simple gestures, there is an undeniable sense of otherworldliness, as if every movement and word carries the weight of something ancient and pure. The River Daughter's connection to the natural world is further emphasized in her songs and presence. She seems to embody the serene and enduring qualities of water, a force both gentle and essential. Her ethereal nature reminds the hobbits and the readers of the beauty and fragility of the world they seek to protect, even as shadow looms large. Ultimately, her role alongside the Master of the Old Forest creates a sanctuary untouched by Sauron's influence. Together, they represent a haven of peace and simplicity amidst a world descending into chaos. Her presence, though brief, leaves an impression that lingers, reminding us of the timeless harmony found in the natural world. The River Daughter represents more than just a character. She embodies an ideal of harmony within the natural order. Her connection to the Withywindle suggests that she is not merely a dweller of the Old Forest, but a fundamental part of its existence. This role aligns with Tolkien's broader themes, where nature often serves as a character in its own right, capable of wisdom, memory, and agency. Her serene demeanor contrasts sharply with the chaos outside her domain. While the hobbits enter her home, weary and disoriented, they find themselves enveloped in calmness and renewal. This transformative effect underscores her symbolic role as a source of restoration, much like a river replenishes the land it flows through. Her presence offers the hobbits and the reader a rare moment of respite. The bond between her and the Master is a reflection of balance. While he brings energy and vitality, she brings quiet strength and grace. Together, they create a harmonious coexistence that feels almost elemental in nature, as if they are manifestations of the land and its waters working in unison. This partnership suggests a deep and intrinsic unity that transcends the mortal understanding of relationships. The fleeting glimpses of her life reveal a character deeply tied to the rhythms of the natural world. Her movements, described as fluid and deliberate, mirror the flow of a river. Even her songs carry an aquatic quality, evoking imagery of water's endless cycle. These traits, subtle yet powerful, paint a picture of a being who thrives in simplicity and purpose. Her influence on the hobbits extends beyond their brief encounter. When they leave her home, they carry with them not just provisions and rest, but a sense of wonder and connection to the world they are fighting to protect. This is particularly poignant in Frodo's case, as his journey will increasingly isolate him. The peace found in her presence becomes a memory to draw strength from in darker times. While her origins remain a mystery, they don't detract from her role. If anything, the lack of clarity adds to the magic surrounding her character. Much like her companion, she exists as a reminder of the mysteries that give Middle-earth its depth. Her story, though subtle and understated, is a testament to Tolkien's ability to infuse his world with characters who evoke both awe and comfort. One of the most fascinating aspects of Tom Bombadil is Tolkien's deliberate choice to leave him a mystery. In The Fellowship of the Ring, Tom is introduced as a character unlike any other, full of joy, song, and power, yet detached from the broader struggles of Middle-earth. This ambiguity is not an oversight, but a conscious decision by Tolkien, who wanted to create a figure that defied explanation, embodying the wonder and unpredictability of the world he built. Tolkien himself addressed the enigma of Tom in his letters, stating that the character was meant to be a puzzle. He wrote, "Even in a mythical age, there must be some enigmas, as there always are. Tom Bombadil is one, intentionally." This acknowledgement reinforces the idea that Tom is not meant to fit neatly into the established categories of Tolkien's legendarium, whether as a Maya, Vala, or mortal. This mystery adds a sense of depth to Middle-earth, reminding readers that not everything can or should be fully understood. Tom represents a part of the world that exists outside the cycles of conflict and power that dominate the story. His detachment from the Ring and the larger war against Sauron highlights his role as an observer and a guardian of his own domain, untouched by ambition or fear. Tom's inclusion in the Fellowship of the Ring serves another important purpose: to ground the story in the broader mythology of Middle-earth. While the Ring is the central focus, Tom reminds readers that Middle-earth is a living, breathing world with forces and mysteries far older and larger than the conflict at hand. His presence expands the scope of the story, emphasizing that the world is not defined solely by its struggles. The choice to keep Tom's origins ambiguous also allows for endless interpretation and discussion. Fans have debated his identity for decades, drawing from Tolkien's texts, letters, and mythology to propose theories. Some view him as a representation of nature, others as an incarnation of the music of the Ainur, and still others as a unique creation of Eru Ilúvatar. This open-endedness keeps the character alive in the minds of readers, sparking curiosity and imagination. Ultimately, Tom Bombadil's mystery is part of what makes him so memorable. He embodies the idea that not every question needs an answer, and not every character must have a clear purpose within the narrative. In a story filled with detailed histories and interconnected events, Tom stands apart as a reminder of the wonder and unpredictability that make Middle-earth feel real. Tolkien's choice to introduce a character as enigmatic as Tom Bombadil was a bold move in a world so meticulously crafted. Middle-earth is a place where even the smallest details are given histories and purposes, yet Tom resists definition. This deliberate vagueness challenges readers to accept the existence of mystery even in a universe where so much is explained. In his letters, Tolkien rejected attempts to categorize Tom within the established hierarchy of Middle-earth's beings. He explicitly stated that Tom is not Eru Ilúvatar, nor is he a Vala or Maya. Instead, Tolkien hinted that Tom is simply what he is, a being unto himself. This resistance to classification sets Tom apart from every other character, reinforcing his role as a unique presence in story. Tom's disinterest in power and conflict is central to his mystery. While other characters are shaped by their roles in the battle against Sauron, Tom exists entirely outside this framework. His immunity to the One Ring and his refusal to engage with its danger highlight this detachment. This indifference might frustrate readers looking for a more active role from him, but it also serves as a reminder that not every force in Middle-earth is concerned with the struggles of elves, men, and hobbits. Despite his detachment, Tom plays a crucial role in the story. He rescues Frodo and his companions, provides them with rest and guidance, and equips them with tools they will later use to overcome great challenges. Yet, even in these acts, he remains an enigma. Why does he choose to help? What motivates him to intervene at these specific moments? Tolkien never answers these questions, leaving them open to interpretation. The ambiguity surrounding Tom also allows readers to project their own ideas and values onto the character. Is he a symbol of nature's resilience, a representation of joy and freedom in a world consumed by darkness? Or is he simply a narrative device meant to remind us of the unknowable aspects of life? Each interpretation is valid, and Tolkien's decision to leave the answers unresolved ensures that Tom remains a topic of endless fascination. Ultimately, Tom Bombadil is not just a mystery within Middle-earth. He is a reflection of Tolkien's philosophy as a storyteller. By creating a character who defies explanation, Tolkien invites readers to embrace the unknown and appreciate the beauty of what cannot be fully understood. In a world as richly detailed as Middle-earth, Tom stands as a testament to the power of ambiguity and the endless possibilities it creates for imagination and wonder. And there you have it, friends, a journey into the timeless mystery of Tom Bombadil. From his immunity to the One Ring to his harmonious relationship with the natural world, and from the theories about his power to the profound enigma Tolkien intended him to be, Tom remains one of Middle-earth's most unique and captivating figures. His presence reminds us that not every question has to be answered, and not every story must be fully explained to hold meaning. As readers, we're left with a puzzle, a character who is at once playful and profound, detached yet deeply connected to the fabric of Middle-earth. Tom Bombadil challenges us to view the world not just through the lens of conflict and resolution, but with an appreciation for the mysteries and wonders that defy explanation. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Who or what do you believe Tom Bombadil truly is? A manifestation of the music of the Ainur, a symbol of nature's indomitable spirit, or something entirely beyond our understanding? Share your theories in the comments below. I'm eager to see how this community of Tolkien enthusiasts interprets this enduring mystery. If you enjoyed this exploration of Middle-earth's greatest enigma, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe for more deep dives into Tolkien's legendarium. Hit the bell icon so you won't miss our next adventure, where we uncover even more hidden treasures from Middle-earth. And if you'd like to support the channel and help choose future topics, consider joining us on Patreon. Your contributions make these explorations possible. Until next time, keep your imaginations alive and your hearts open to the mysteries of Middle-earth. Farewell, travelers.
The path ahead is fraught with peril, but you must